They called it a private visit, but to the world, and more importantly, to Buckingham Palace, it looked like a full-blown royal tour. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have just wrapped up their 2026 trip to Australia, and the fallout is unlike anything we've seen since they left the UK. While the Sussexes were busy taking selfies and visiting hospitals in Melbourne, reports from London suggest King Charles is absolutely furious. But why? Is it just about the rules, or is there something much deeper happening behind the scenes involving $2,000 tickets, a shadow monarchy, and a direct threat to the future of the Australian crown? Today, we are breaking down the facts, the finances, and the fury. Let's dive in. Let's start with the optics. If you looked at the footage from the Melbourne Royal Children's Hospital last week, you would have seen the classic royal playbook, the walkabouts, the flowers, the coordinated outfits. It was a carbon copy of their 2018 official tour. But here is the problem: they aren't working royals anymore. Insiders at the palace are reportedly calling this a pseudo-royal tour. The king is said to be very uneasy because the Sussexes are blurring the lines that were drawn back in 2020 at the Sandringham summit. The late Queen Elizabeth was very clear: you cannot be half in, half out. Yet here they are, acting as if they represent the crown while being accountable to no one but themselves. By performing the actions of royalty without the authority of the palace, are they creating a shadow monarchy? It's a dangerous game that has left King Charles and Prince William feeling like the line hasn't just been crossed, it's been erased.
And while I'm being so open with you, there have been many times when I felt overwhelmed. Times when I felt lost, betrayed, or completely powerless. Times when the pressure, externally and internally, felt constant. And times when, despite everything going on, I still had to show up, pretending everything was okay, so as not to let anyone down. Now, some of those experiences were unique, but the feelings that came with them were not. Grief, uncertainty, pressure, loss of identity, the need to keep going even when you're not sure how.
Harry's keynote speech in Melbourne? Tickets were originally priced at nearly $2,000 before being slashed by half. Meghan's wellness event in Sydney? VIP tickets were over $1,700 a head. Critics in Australia have started calling this the Australian ATM tour. Think about the analysis here. You have Meghan visiting a women's shelter in a display of charity, while wearing a $48,000 Tiffany watch and a designer dress that costs more than what many Australian families make in a month. The palace's fear is that the Sussexes are monetizing their royal status. In the UK, royal visits are about service. In Australia, this felt like a business expansion for brand Sussex. When you start charging $2,000 for a royal experience, you aren't a public servant. You're a celebrity selling a product. And that is exactly what King Charles is reportedly terrified of: the commercialization of the monarchy. Beyond the money, there is a massive political risk. Australia is currently in the middle of a heated debate about its future with the monarchy. King Charles is trying to maintain a delicate relationship with the Commonwealth. Suddenly, Harry and Meghan show up unscripted, unverified, and highly polarizing. A recent poll by Roy Morgan showed that while 82% of Australians knew about the trip, 81% said it didn't improve their opinion of the couple. Even worse, 87% believe this visit did nothing to help Harry repair his relationship with his father. But here is the kicker. There are reports that Prince William and Catherine were planning their own visit to Australia. By showing up first, the Sussexes have effectively staked a claim on the territory. It's been described as a space invasion. If the Sussexes can draw crowds and headlines on their own, it makes the official visits look secondary. It undermines the king's authority in his own realms. So, what is the palace doing about it? Interestingly, the word coming out of London is resignation. Sources say the king and William have moved into a let-them phase. They've realized they can't control Harry, so they are stepping back and letting them do what they want, hoping the public will eventually see through the vanity. But while they look united on the streets of Sydney, the US press is telling a different story. Reports from Star magazine and other outlets suggest there is massive tension behind the four walls of their Montecito home. Speculation is swirling that the pressure of maintaining this high-budget lifestyle is taking a toll on their marriage. They're in a dire need of income, which explains the desperate nature of these ticketed events. They are running a global operation with royal-level security costs, but without the royal bank account to back it up. So, where does this leave us? The 2026 Australia tour wasn't a victory lap, it was a gamble. Harry and Meghan have proven they can still command a global stage, but at what cost? They've alienated the king further, sparked a backlash over their commercial charity, and left the Australian public more divided than ever. The question I have for you today is this: do you think Harry and Meghan are truly trying to do good, or is this just a faux royal tour designed to fund their lifestyle in California? And more importantly, should King Charles take official action to stop them from using their titles for these types of trips? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. I'll be down there replying to as many as I can. If you found this analysis helpful, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button right now. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to stay updated on the latest shifts in the royal family and more deep dives like this, hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.